Hi everyone, this is Dov Hershkovitz, and today I'm going to explain to you a bit about our strategy that we've defined as a team for the CI template. But maybe a little bit of background before we'll start. Um, as we introduce the CI/CD catalog and component, we do have an opportunity to review our existing architecture around templates. Now, we already know today that components are far more superior than templates, and we explain why in our documentation. We also merged the first merge request where we instruct our user that we want to stop receiving contributions as CI templates and steer users toward components instead, which then get published into the CI/CD catalog and available for everyone to use, consume, and understand. So with that, if this is what we are telling our users, we do believe that GitLab needs to lead by example. So if we look at our existing templates that we have today, we also need to come up with this strategy, and we also need to take a stand and and start moving away from templates to components. Now, the goal, and I know it's a very ambitious goal, and it might take several years until we'll be able to achieve that, is that eventually we'll be able to deprecate and remove CI templates. Now, templates are an established capability and functionality that is commonly used by our users. So for now, they are not going away. We are not planning to go away, but we do want to reach to a point where we say, okay, we can now deprecate and later on remove CI templates. And in order to do that, I would need your help. And then before you understand what is it that you need to do, let me just quickly go. Sorry, let me just quickly go through and explain what are the common challenges that we've seen when working with CI templates over the years. And I'm just going to go over several of them, but you can read deeply in the issue. By the way, this was something that we've been working on for several years. So there is an old merge request opened 2 years ago about the next iteration of the CI/CD template. And obviously, a lot of user research and validation that we've done over the last 2-3 years. So some of the challenges that we have today with templates are, first of all, the number one problem that we see across the board is the discoverability. Users don't know what are the templates that are available, and sometimes they don't know where they are. We know that we can point them to our template folder, which is buried in Rails code, and basically this is how we tell users to use templates. Just go to this repository and start including those templates. And here's the second challenge. Even if you find the template, you don't really know what this template is doing. You either need to read through the README, maybe the comments, maybe the documentation, and a lot of time they are not in sync and they are not up to date. We are also instructing users that they can go to the UI picker, where they can actually find the available templates. But even there, when you find a template, first of all, it's very hard for you to understand what each template is doing. You don't know how many templates you have. You don't know if there are any new templates that just got added and more. So discoverability and the ease of use is very challenging. On top of that, we know that since GitLab is the only publisher of template, it means that users can't contribute. They need to start by themselves. They cannot publish by themselves. They need to start a merge request, and it's a very, very painful and challenging process. Eventually, what happened is that this template that got contributed by partner or by any other customer is eventually our responsibility to maintain it, and many times we don't have either the capacity or the knowledge to maintain it. So there is a bottleneck and a real challenge in accepting those contributions and growing our template. In addition, you have no version control of the template. You cannot specify a specific version. which is a pain for our users and also for GitLab. And yeah, and you can read more. There are like more challenges on the way. So our proposal is the following. So basically, what we'd like to do, we would like to start converting every template that we have today with component. Now, the team had already started doing that. Okay, we took the delivery on taking existing templates that we have today and convert them into component. And we've placed all those components in a single repository, in one single group. Okay, you can see it here. So this is the group. So basically, we just like start taking different templates that are available today and convert them into components. Then those components are published to the catalog. And when you go to the catalog, so as you go to the catalog, you can start seeing those components appear, and then it will be easier for user to see it, to consume it, to understand what they are doing. And obviously, we are going to enhance and grow this capability on the catalog, so it will be much easier and smoother user experience. So as I mentioned, what we will actually ask basically everyone to do, and we have a sub epic here about the GitLab maintain component, which explain exactly what we are doing with this project, is that we are, as I mentioned, converting templates to component and then placing components there. We will need everyone's best effort to help us with this process, which means that if you can help us convert templates into component, it will be highly beneficial. We have other teams that are doing it. We are working with our community also to help us convert it. But this is not the final thing. Like converting the template is just one step. I think what's the challenge will be to make sure that components and templates remain in parity, because we need to make sure that every time someone is updating a template, they'll need to go and update the component, because we'll need to keep those in sync. And then it is up for the team, if they have confidence with templates, to start telling their customers, their users, stop using templates, start using components. Now, I know this is a big ask, and this is why I said this is, for now, this is out of scope for this process, but this is something that you need to start thinking about. And also, in terms of self-manage, we don't have yet a solution for self-manage. We are working on a solution for self-manage customer and how they can leverage components. Today, they are leveraging templates that are a part of our code, so we are working on that. So I know that this proposal is not 100% complete. It's still work in progress, and I would be happy to receive more feedback. But the ask from everyone is to do their best effort in helping us. Number one, converting templates into components, and our team will be more than happy to support you in this process. And number two, which I think is much more important, is to make sure we keep those templates and components in sync until we'll reach to some point where we say, okay, we can now deprecate, remove templates, and start using components. That's it. You can read more on the epics and on the sub epic. I'm happy to receive more feedback in case you have some, if you have more questions and more concern. I understand that this could be like a very broad activity that will involve many teams in GitLab. But as I mentioned, we do need your help. Thanks, and bye-bye.